ultimate Autobot hunter.
Predaking. They've been extinct since the beginning of Cybertronian history.
Indeed. But the specimen you see before you was bred in the laboratory. Cloned from fossilized remains, which I discovered on Cybertron.
Shockwave. It does my spark good to see you once again, tampering with creation.
Master, please, keep your distance.
No need for alarm. The beast is completely under my control.
Such primal magnificence.
A sample of Energon from Wheeljack. Spilled during the Autobots' failed interrogation.
Let the hunt begin. Megatron?
Why isn't it coming after us?
You looking for me, Beast? I'm right here. Incoming!
Autobots!
Cybertronian reptile.
What a grave disappointment this must be for you, Master. And to make matters worse, because it cannot speak, we have no way of knowing why the Predacon failed so miserably. Poor, mute, mindless creature. How did it find us?
Predacons possess precise homing instincts.
And astonishing resilience. Starscream, assume command of my beast.
Me, Master? I mean, I wouldn't dream of seizing such an honor from its very creator.
Military command of the Predacon is most logical, since my services are required elsewhere.
You miserable beast. I am your commanding officer, and I order you to crawl into your kennel now! I said go already! Okay. Now in you go! Do your worst. The Apex armor is virtually... No! Release me!
Starscream, are you with the beast?
Yes, Master. We've been reviewing attack maneuvers. He's doing quite well.
One of the excavation teams has failed to report in.
I shall assemble my Seeker Armada immediately and...
I would prefer that you lead our newly returned asset on this mission, so that we may see if our Predacon is as adept at fetching bones as it is hunting Autobots. The Predacon. Let's roll!
It's back?
Hey, hothead! Oh, scrap.
What do you know? It does fetch.
Scrap!
Master, we have secured the bone, and our Predacon is dealing with the Autobot's pet human as we speak. On my command, of course.
I will not risk losing a precious commodity to your arrogance.
I'll tear you apart!
Have the beast return with my prize immediately.
Assuming I can coerce the brainless brute into... What? You never obey my commands? You heard our master. We must locate the Autobots as soon as I retrieve what belongs to me.
Ah, you performed well, my pet. This will be a splendid contribution to the spawning of your Predacon brethren.
My liege, we've located another of Shockwave's Predacon energy signatures. Weak, but steady.
Excellent. Knockout, do not return empty-handed.
Moi? Don't know the meaning of the word.
Isn't empty-handed 2 words?
You would know. Or did your missing armor turn up?
Why, you wheel-bound...
Starscream, you have failed me enough for one day. Assume the task of monitoring for Predacon energy signatures at once.
Yes, my liege.
I'm sure you'll find the gig as invigorating as I did, Screamer.
Shockwave has initiated the cloning process with the specimens gathered thus far. The Predacon currently among us will be but the first of a new wave of Beast Machine super soldiers.
What are you lurking about for? Get back to your kennel! You mindless brute! Look what you've done! The primitive mutt demolishes our entire communications network. And Lord Megatron intends to breed more of it? Would you two hurry? I want this fixed before our master is bothered by such distracting minutiae. Entering access override code and rebooting now. No! No! I beg you to reconsider Project Predacon. The creature is incorrigible. And void of all but the most rudimentary intelligence. You dare to roam freely without permission?
Strike me again, and I will bury that rod in your spark.
I did not realize that the beast was capable of transformation.
Nor did I.
I am no beast.
The ability to transform is a fundamental part of Cybertronian biology. We simply possess no evidence that the Predacon species ever reached that evolutionary stage, since they became extinct in the Great Cataclysm.
And now we know.
So, the rumors are true. I will no longer be alone.
And I see you've been keeping secrets.
It was not my intention to deceive you, Lord Megatron. I only recently became aware of my abilities. All I remember of my beginning is hunting and battle and the wounding of my pride. Thus I begun to burn with questions. Who am I? Where did I come from? The warship's databanks provided historical fact, but still I possess no memory of my own past. So I began to reconsider my place in the present and wondered, could I be like the others? And now I know.
Yet you are unique. Miracle of science. Cloned by Shockwave from cybernucleic acid, recovered from the remains of your mighty ancestors.
It is with deepest gratitude for my creation that I pledge undying obedience to you, my one true master. But with more of my species soon to stride among us, I beg your permission to in turn lead them as Predaking.
Your vision is boundless.
Lord Megatron, it seems Project Predacon has fallen into Autobot hands.
How is this possible?
Starscream, scramble your Seeker Armada.
At once, my liege.
No. If my brethren are imperiled, I will confront the enemy. The very same who has previously allowed you to live, but will not today.
He's the Predacon.
What have you done to my brethren? What have you done?
Well then, let's dance. And here I was just beginning to tolerate you.
It's been an honor serving beside you, soldier.
Prepare to perish. Do not despair, my Predaking. For I vow to you that the Autobots will pay dearly for the outrage against your kind. Shockwave, report!
It is true, my liege. Project Predacon has been rendered null and void. At least I have been unable to recover any beast forms.
Predaking, we will soon plot our strike against the Autobots to punish them for the massacre of your kind.
While I fully intend to exact my revenge, Project Predacon was merely a squadron, not an army.
I see.
My liege, if you truly aspire to restore our homeworld, then I have every faith that you will resurrect the entirety of the Predacon race from the remains which lie there, so that I may lead them against any and all of our shared enemies. You summoned me, Lord Megatron.
I require your services, since we anticipate an Autobot presence at our next event.
I welcome any opportunity to face the Prime again, warrior to warrior.
You pride yourself on your evolution, yet you have learned nothing! I may have lost my surveillance chief today. The Autobots have expanded their forces, while ours continue to dwindle.
Then I shall simply battle twice as fiercely.
As a beast.
It took a cataclysm to extinguish Cybertron's original Predacon inhabitants. You never stood a chance against me, Prime. In fact, the time has come for your extinction. Stand down, Predator. I am Predaking, and I will never bow to your kind.
Predaking, I have been informed that our objective is at risk. Secure it, now!
Lord Megatron, I understand that you have brought an accursed Autobot aboard this warship.
Indeed.
Then I will accomplish with him what I failed to with the Prime.
Predaking, this Autobot is more than a prisoner. You do wish for Cybertron's restoration, do you not? Our captive's usefulness will come to an end. And when that time arrives, I assure you, he will be all yours.
Do you feel defenseless, Autobot? Good. Now you know what my fellow Predacons endured right before you massacred them!
Just get it over with. It's not like I could ever live with myself, knowing the role I played in humankind's extinction. But if you want to avenge your cohorts, don't stop with me. Keep avenging all the way to Megatron.
What? What do you mean?
Your high and mighty leader wanted your Predacons exterminated and simply allowed us to do his dirty work for him.
Nothing but a false claim to save your own spark.
You consider yourself an intelligent being, don't you? Then rise above your base instincts and analyze the situation. We followed the trail that day with the desperate hope that it would lead to an Energon mine. We had no idea we would find Shockwave's laboratory.
The coincidence barely seems plausible.
Because it wasn't a coincidence. Energon was clearly planted to lure us there by Megatron.
Why would my liege wish to destroy us?
Having just been on the receiving end of your might, one theory springs to mind. Megatron fears you. And any like you.
confronting the Beastbot directly is the best option, Lord Megatron.
We shall see how His Majesty fares against the most powerful weapon in our vault, the Dark Star Saber.
Megatron!
I'll just go fetch that little something we talked about.
Is it true that you ordered the annihilation of my army?
Indeed. And my only mistake was not seeing the extermination through.
I will tear you apart!
That's the spirit. But I was a champion of the pits of Chaos not only due to my savage might, but also my cunning. You should have heeded my advice and faced me as a beast.
The Predacon.
And I know we aren't the ones who wounded him.
Whoa, you mean we've been tracking? Predaking?
Hold fire! Recognize this, Predaking? You served aboard Megatron's warship. Surely you're familiar with this little treasure from his vault? The Immobilizer. It causes instant stasis lock, though the victim remains fully conscious. A living death. But we didn't come here to fight, Your Highness.
Then why have you violated my refuge, Autobot?
We need answers. Do you know of any other Predacons currently on Cybertron?
Indeed, legions of them. Behold, my subjects, a countless multitude, rendered extinct ages ago by the Great Cataclysm, unearthed by the shifting of plates during our planet's restoration.
Yeah, well, me and Ultra Magnus just about got scrapped by 2 living Predacons. Know anything about them, Your Highness?
2? Where?
We came to ask your help in finding them.
For revenge?
No. Optimus Prime would deem it a tragedy to stain Cybertron's fresh soil with any newly spilled energon. So help us prove what Megatron was never willing to. That more than one race can peacefully coexist on our planet.
You assume that because I turned against Megatron, I can forgive the Autobots their role in the destruction of my brethren on Earth? Leave me be, and dare not trespass here again.
Trax, the Autobot spoke the truth. Other Predacons do exist, though it seems they took flight here. Locating my new brethren will be a futile endeavor, unless I allow them to locate me. The beacon, it worked. Megatron?
Warrior, I call upon you to serve your master.
In the name of the mighty legions of Predacons who preceded me, I shall never again yield to your charge. But I will heed your previous advice and face my true enemy as a beast!
Let us learn more of these mighty legions of which you spoke.
By peering directly into your mind.
Skylynx, look. One of us.
Indeed, Darksteel. Most likely our predecessor.
The burial ground. Desecrated. Stripped mind of all that remained of our ancestors.
You should have been here to see him rise and shine.
They live?
If you call being undead living.
Dark magic. Perpetrated by the demon who lives in Megatron's skin.
Just be glad you're alive, so the demon can't pull your strings.
Do you not comprehend the scope of this tragedy? We three are proof that our mighty race might once again have flourished. Their remains must be reclaimed, if for no other reason than to be properly laid back to rest.
And who made you boss?
I am not your boss. I am your king!
All hail, Predaking.
An impressive display from my creations. But would it not be more logical to employ your might elsewhere at this time?
Is it Optimus?
Predaking.
We're the last line of defense.
I would recommend leaving that to those more suited for the task. Skylinks! Darksteel! Allow nothing to enter the well.
This is not quite how I envisioned my rise to the throne, but since Lord Megatron all but surrendered it to me, I will gladly revive the Decepticons in my name. Though, perhaps a throne is more befitting of an actual king?
I am not here to seize thrones, Starscream. But to settle scores.